The SEC Media Days wrapping up yesterday, but the hype and hope surrounding the upcoming season already at a fever pitch. Both Alabama and Auburn preparing to make strides this season after finishing below what they hoped for in 2024. Griff, I see you pointing at the
That
screen.
guy won't be the quarterback. That's Peyton Thorne.
Oh,
so that's
from last
old.
year. That's right. This is what happened last year.
But that's the guy that was there, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, said we got to have somebody new.
Right.
All right, good to see you. Scott
Good to
Griffin
see you.
here, sports analyst. So let's start with the Tide. Sounds like the talent is in Tuscaloosa. Expectations once again pretty high.
Very high. I mean,
always.
I think they're rated with what they're expected to do with all these projections to be the third or fourth team in the playoffs. So they're solidly in if everything goes well. Their schedule's pretty good, David. They lost 4 road games last year out of the 9-4 record, so figure that out. They got to get better on the road. They do have to go to Auburn. But I think their schedule's fairly favorable. They have an off week before Georgia. They have an off week before LSU. So I don't think it's that bad.
It doesn't matter on the field, maybe, but did the Boers seem more comfortable this year?
Yeah,
at
I
media
think,
days?
I think that video is pretty telling. He's got a smile. It's his second year. It's not unexpected things. It's his team more so now, right? So I think definitely he looks in better shape too.
Little less talk of Nick
Yeah.
Saban this year. Hugh Freeze, he's taking some heat for his summer on the links in Auburn.
Yeah.
But he can quiet the doubters with an improvement on last year's 5-7 finish.
I'm not sure Jackson Arnold appreciated that little neck tussle there, but yeah, he's got to get better. They've got to win. Okay, it's year 3. You got the wide receivers are now sophomores. You've added 2 transfers, Singleton and another kid from Wake Forest that are really good. Malcolm Simmons got in trouble the other day, but even without him, if something happened, they got 5 really good receivers.
Wide receiver.
He's the former #1 quarterback in high school. So how he plays, they should be really good offensively.
Right.
If they're good enough defensively, you know. But David, you remember last year they started with 5 home games and went 2-3. Disaster.
Yeah.
This year they only have 2 home games out of the first 5, and they have 2 conference road games back to back: Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Then you got Georgia, Alabama at home. I think those 4 games you've got to split, at worst, split those to have a successful season.
Yeah. Jackson Arnold with that wide receiver room.
That's
Should
really
be all
good.
right.
It's really good.
Quickly, overall, what does Sankey have to say, just the state of the SEC, if you will, before we get to the SWAC? Real quick.
Well, you know, everything's talking about expansion in the college football playoffs. We should know something before November 2026, okay? There's going to be a lot of talk, but we're not going to know anything until later in the year. I don't like the 16. I think he's on board with the 5 conference winners and 11 at-larges. The SEC should get 4 to 5 in with that. But he was adamant about the 9-game conference schedule, which the Big Ten is screaming about, that the ACC and SEC needs to get to 9 games. And the coaches don't want it, but I think Sankey's going to push that through.
Let's talk about the SWAC. They had their media days here as well. A lot of excitement. Sam Shade, the former Alabama defensive back star there, taking over at A&M, but with some high hopes.
Well, look, he took Miles from 1 win in 2022, and they were 10-3 last year and won the SIAC and a playoff game. So he ended up 18-15, but he was 17-6 the last 2 years. That's quite an ascension.
Yeah.
That's why he got the Alabama A&M job. Look, this guy's a former NFL player, as you know. He won a state championship in Pensacola Valley. Well, what about Sam played at Alabama? What about him says no winning?
And if you listen to him, we played some from the press conference. He's just so impressive. Like, you want to play for the guy.
He's going to keep ascending if his track record is any indication.
Yeah. All right, Griff.
Yeah.
A lot of football talk this week.
It's coming, David.
It is, man.
High school practice August 4th.
Get out of here. All right.
I think we should get some pads on.
Let's do it. Let's suit up.
I don't know what that would accomplish, but
mine would be a tight fit.